What's going on? Hello, everybody. What's good? What's good? Jay Smith. How's everything going? Hey, hey, how's it going?
Microphone check, 1, 2. What is this?
What's going on?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Having some technical
With that.
difficulties.
Oh, I was too, man. I was looking down here. I was like, yeah, they saying something has ended. I was all nervous a little bit. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and just kick it on.
There we go.
Hey, hey,
How's it
how's
going?
everybody?
Doing well. Doing well.
It's Carvin Q. We
Carbon
got
Q,
Rodney Brady on here.
MHP. How's it going? Jay Smith, Mamba Tactical. What's up, brother?
Okay. What's going on? What's going on?
Can't hear you, Carbon.
Yeah, no sound. Okay, no problem. Take your time. Take your
Yeah, I was
time.
having technical problems too. My camera wasn't working. I'm like, okay, is this going to be a silent one or what's
Yeah,
going
I
on
was.
here?
Yeah, I just put that positiveness in the atmosphere, and I was like, yeah, everything's gonna be all right.
There you
And sure
go.
enough, look at us. We're here.
That's what
Hello,
she said.
hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
So,
Okay, we got the fourth party coming in.
Hey,
Hey, what's going
What's up?
on?
What's up? What's going on?
you
what
doing?
is up? I'm Pooh. What's
How you
up,
Y'all
brother?
doing
doing?
all right?
I'm doing well.
Yeah,
How you doing,
yeah.
brother?
Hi,
Like to
Matt.
start this.
What's up, Carvin?
Hey, Apple. What's going on?
What's
Can't
going on,
call it him.
Ampu?
I know you had a busy day today.
Man, yeah,
Hey, that's good. That's
All
good.
right,
very,
people
very
coming
busy.
in.
I
Matt,
can barely
Med,
hear
I
y'all.
say everybody out there in the channel, I want y'all to also check out kfossurvival.com
Yes,
Gotta
for
sir.
those
do it.
first aid and survival needs.
Gotta
Just
do it.
make sure you go there. So the topic today, we left off what we did last Saturday. We were talking about today health, focus, and information.
So
And I would like to know what would be the outcome on y'all health, focus, and information.
I'll let
I
someone
can.
else start off. I know I usually jump in first, but I'll let somebody else start off this week. So I don't want
Okay.
Since you have to, you start off.
to. Well, I break it down into multiple aspects. A lot of time, especially in Western medicine, we focus just on the physical. Especially in the healthcare uh, field, we focus on curative medicine. So I think it has to
Hmm.
be a more holistic focus. So I
Mhm.
break it down into mental, physical, and spiritual survival and
Gotcha.
health. So we have to address all those because we're holistic beings. We can't just focus on the physical because then the other things lack, and we can't focus on the spiritual without those other two. So it's like a holistic type of thing. So
I don't know
today
why I
I'm
can't hear you.
focusing. Can you hear us?
Hmm?
It sounds like real. Say something.
Mic check, mic check. Can you hear us?
It's
Yeah,
real.
we can hear you loud and
I'm
clear.
gonna. I'm gonna get. Let me get my laptop, and I'll call y'all back.
Okay. All right. Peace.
So today I went
Okay.
out and got a lot of information on that mental aspect because it has such a dramatic effect on the other two, especially us being Black people, people of color, people who are oppressed, people who are underserved, poor of all races. It has a strong mental bearing on your health. It wears you down. So a lot of mine is focused on mental, and a lot of it is starting off. If you don't control your mind will control you. So we have to get
True.
in control of that.
True.
And if you don't control your mind, someone else will control your mind for you. That's another thing that we see. And then finally, the mind controls the body holds the spirit, and the spirit guides your focus. So that's like my three major things that I'm focusing on this week as far as that survival. We have, in order to survive, we have to have those mental faculties in place. So
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm focusing on this week. So
that is, yeah, that's on point. And I like say out there too, fatigue is one, a
yeah,
major one.
it wear you out. It wears you down. That constant grinding, and studies show that as a people, Black people have lower suicide rates, but it doesn't mean that we have those constant microaggressions, those constant mental pressures, those constant, things that wear you down, just wear you out. So we have to address that and kind of have things in place that can kind of keep us grounded. And that's one of the things: grounding, relaxation, and focusing techniques to kind of get us through the
Yeah,
day. So having that pressure on us is not new. That fatigue is not new, but
yeah,
we need to find ways to kind of keep us healthy mentally. So
yeah.
that's one of the first things: grounding, relaxation techniques, and mindful exercises. So I don't know if you want me to keep going or if you guys want to.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So the first thing of that grounding exercise is just basically stopping, just being still. In this society is so much emphasis based on staying busy, running, gunning, dude, I gotta go.
Mhm.
But you don't even have a time to reflect on what you're running for, what you're running to, whether it's good or bad for you. So sometimes you just have to stop, be still, and ground yourself. You just have to just take time, take a few deep breaths. Some of the ideas is like picking a regular time that you're going to do that. Just like you pick a regular time to watch your television show, do this or do that. Pick a regular time to do some grounding exercises. Just sit
Mhm.
and be still. And sometimes that'll lead you to some understanding. And sometimes, ideas will pop up in your brain that say, hey, and you can start saying, where did that thought come from? Where did that, lead, where did that lead me to? Another thing is there are even applications that help you to ground yourself and be still, where you can go out on the web and find these mindfulness exercises that you can do. But one of the ones that I like to do is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I have my time, I sit down, I intentionally sit down, not just randomly, intentionally sit down and be still. And I start with
Mm.
the first thing I do is describe 5 things in my surroundings that I see. So that gets you, kind of focusing on inwardly. So 5 things that I can see, that's one sense. Then I look and I describe those 5 things that I see. And then describe small details of things that you can feel. So just things in your general vicinity. And just describe them. How does this, piece of tape feel? It's, a little bit heavy, a little sticky on the edges. So then describe those 4 things. That's, again, getting you focused on your environment and things that, that are near and by you. And then 3 things that you can hear. So again, focus you to use your senses to focus in on 3 things that you're hearing. So you have to kind of be still. I'm hearing the air conditioning hum. I'm hearing a dog bark in the background. Sounds like a little dog. I'm focusing on the whir of my computer. So that again, it gets that mind settled. And then 2 things that you can smell. So again, another sense that we use every day, or sometimes we don't use them, not even aware that we have them. So 2 things that I can smell. And then the last thing is 1 thing you can taste. So I have the Gatorade. I focus in on how that tastes. So that just kind of slows you down and has you using your senses in a way that you're in touch with, and just grounds you and makes you be still. And when you're still and in touch with those senses, it goes a long way just to keeping you grounded and calm. So that's just like one of the things that I use, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. So again,
That's good.
that's just one thing that I use. So
That's on point. That's on point. That's what we need. That's what we need. Right?
Kev, you want to go?
And Pooh.
Shampoo, you want to go next? Sorry.
All right, so y'all got to fill me in on what we was talking about before I left.
Health, focus, and information.
Okay,
How to have it. Yeah.
how to my brain been going crazy since this morning. So
It's all good. Take your time. Take your time.
health. Let's go there. Um, I'm a big health nut. I don't know if anybody knows, but in 2018, I did a competition, a bodybuilding competition, my first one
Hmm.
ever. And I took third place in my division. I took third place in my division, um, third place overall actually, and and I took fifth place armed forces. So I'm a, I'm big on health, although sometimes I don't practice it myself because I eat whatever I want.
Hey,
But I know that I know what to do to burn it off. I know what to do to get myself back into that shape that I need to be in. And I try to encourage people to be as healthy as possible. I know a lot of people want to say, well, being big is I'm beautiful and but you know I believe that we all have we're all beautiful on the inside, but the outside will make a difference if you're not taking care of it, right?
yeah,
And
true.
and if you don't take care of what's on the inside of you, the outside is going to end up showing why you're not taking care of your insides.
Yeah.
So I'm big on health, and trying to eat right and drink water, plenty of water, um, and that's it, man. I mean, technically, the key to a good healthy lifestyle is your diet and what you eat. You know, and I'm not telling people to go out here and be vegans and stuff like that because I like meat myself.
Hey,
But
each their own. Everybody's
yeah,
different.
right. Yeah. So I'm not telling anybody that eats meat to just go, stop cold turkey and go eat vegetables all
Oh
day.
no.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's just not feasible. It's like trying to take a crackhead off crack. It's not gonna work right off top. It's just not gonna
No,
happen.
you got to. You got
Right.
to take your schedules. You got levels and everything to do.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as far as information is concerned, I feel like uh we should always stay informed on current events. Um I always tell people a lot of people don't understand the importance of keeping up with technology. So I see people walking around with 3, 4, 5-year-old phones in their hands, and I'm like, how are you communicating with people for real? For real, like all you're really doing is talking on the phone. You clearly not doing anything else with that device. That is what it's made for. It's made to give you information. It's made to for you to go to Google and find everything you need to find out, right? And you're not utilizing that because you're behind in date. I always tell my mom is a sucker for that. Like she will not update her phone for nothing, right? And I'm like, you're gonna get left behind you know if you don't get your everybody say hey to my baby mama.
Hey.
Crystal.
Brooks got a touchdown today. Okay.
Nah, I know.
It's all good.
So my son played football this morning, and his he had his first touchdown of the season this
Let's
morning.
go.
Yeah,
Hey, hey.
Yeah, look, I was so excited. Me and my dad were out there crying today. Like it was
Been
like
there,
he's a third generation wide receiver. I
wide
played
receiver in the house. That's what I'm
right,
talking about.
yeah. I played in the league. My dad didn't get to play in the league, but he played in high school. So
There you go.
we it was just good to have him there and me there to see him score his first touchdown
There you
today.
go.
What's funny is I actually got there late because I just didn't sleep good last night. I almost didn't even
Yeah.
make it, and I'm so glad I did. But nonetheless, back to what I was saying. My mom is a stickler for not keeping up to date with devices or anything for that matter, like computers, devices, TVs, whatever. My mama had a TV. When you remember them old box TVs, the one
Turn the knob.
yeah, she had one of them, man, all the way
Yeah.
up to like the early 2000s. I had to literally, when she left
Floor
the
model.
house, throw it out. Like it was just like why do you still have this with the big box in the back?
Yeah.
It was
Furniture.
crazy. I was like, people have flat screens now. Why do you have this? So I had to throw her phone. I mean, throw her TV away because she just wasn't. I had to throw it away and then go take her to the store to go buy her something that she never had. Right. So, devices, keeping up with technology will give you that. It will keep you informed on the information that you need going forward. You know what I'm saying? So, I think when you keep up with devices, that'll help you out on information.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Focus and then
Focus.
health.
I was just
Focus,
listening to how Black Poindexter focuses on stuff. I do the same thing. I'll try to like stay in my house and just be as quiet as possible, right? And just hear little creaks in the floor. Or I might hear the you know how you hear your little smoke alarm go beep sometimes. Like I try to hear that, or I hear people walking. I can actually hear my neighbors below me, which is weird, but I shouldn't be able to hear them below me. I should, because I'm on the top floor, but I can actually hear their dog walking around on the hardwood floors downstairs if I get quiet in my house, right? It's crazy. So I do the same thing. I do that same thing sometimes just to get my ears focused. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as eyesight, I go to the range and I'll just pick a spot on a target and just try to hit that same spot every single time at about 25 yards just to keep my calibrated eye on point. You know what I'm saying? And I try to shoot in both eyes. Like I'm right eye dominant, but I'll try to shoot with my left eye. But if I shoot with my left eye, that means I got to change to the left trigger finger, right? So I'll switch it up, and that'll work with my eyesight. Now, as far as feeling and touch, I like to walk around my house with no lights on. And it when I first did that in my apartment, when I first moved, it was hard because I was like, I'm bumping into the wall.
I do that too.
I stomp my toe and stuff.
Yeah.
So, just trying new techniques in my house, so I know if something was to happen in my house, I know the layout and they don't. You know what I'm saying? And I can creep around and get you, and you wouldn't even know I'm where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I share some of the same, things that Black Poindexter does.
A lot of those mindfulness techniques just keeps us in touch on so many different levels and can be applied practically. But again, a lot of times we just are such a rush to get stuff done, and sometimes we just need to slow it down and be in touch with our bodies, be in touch with our minds, and just focus in on some of those things and just use those senses that we have to kind of keep us balanced. So instead of letting them overpower us, because we get so much of this information overload, and it can be overpowering.
It is.
And that's not unintentional. That's a lot of that is intentional. So that's one of the types of psychological warfare, is to sensory overload somebody.
Right.
So you're attached to these phones, or attached to the television, or attached to these things, and sometimes it draws our focus away from things that we need to be focused on.
And I try to tell my son that too. Like sometimes, like he'll walk around with his iPad all the time, and I'm like, bro, just put it down. You don't need it right now. Like we went to my mom's house yesterday, and he didn't have it at all. It was here, and he was like, Granny, can I use your phone to play games while I eat? No. I'm like, no. Eat. Just all you gotta do is just eat your food, bro. Eat food and then go do that.
You can't even enjoy the food. You don't know what it tastes like.
You can't even enjoy the food because you need to play a game. I'm like, bro, calm down. So
and see, that's a major thing on health. Also, I noticed that too.
Rushing to eat your food real fast, and that's not good for your digestion. That's terrible.
We had to do that in basic training. I said, I ain't never doing that.
I hated that. Eat your food.
Take my time eating.
Boot camp.
Stuff a whole tray down your throat.
Service, them nervous weeks.
Right.
It's like this, like on the health, I look at a lot of health, and people have to know how to eat and when to eat. That's the major thing. How to eat, because a lot of people get away with, I'm grown, I know how to eat.
I eat,
no,
right?
You don't. And when to eat. You don't sit down and wait till 11:30 at night and try to eat a full course meal. Then go lay down. No, your body has to have 3 hours to digest that
before you even
lay down. So if you eat at 7:30, 10:30 is a good time, when you can go to bed. You just don't eat at 9 and jump in the bed and wonder why you wake up with extra weight, because your body can't circulate that.
I was going to point out, Carbon reminded us earlier, we're not medical professionals, we're not doctors or pretend to be on TVs. So do your own research, go out there and do this. You just RIP.
Sorry, like, again. We are not.
So,
Yeah.
go out and do your research. But
Right.
we are speaking from our own personal experiences and some of
Right.
That's true.
our information we've gathered over time. So, but everybody, do your research. Make sure just don't take our word for it. Go out
Yeah,
and find out
because
for
some
yourself.
things might have side effects.
Yeah, so go
That's
out,
true. Yeah.
go out and do that research. But a lot of us have lived through a lot of this and been through some of it. So it's always good to keep an open ear to what people are sharing with you. So that's just my.
So I agree with Ampu and Black Poindexter as far as mindfulness, slowing down everything. When your body is in a constant, your body, your mind, anything is in a constant go, 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 go state that just makes stress from the top to the bottom. Stress brings on weight, brings on health issues.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I speak the way I do. It makes people slow down, take a breath, stop for a minute and see what's going on. And I was an individual that was, it has to be now. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I had to retrain from all of that. Simple things you're going to need in survival mode. Learn to just be with yourself, not talking for like 2 days. I mean, you could talk to yourself if you want to. That's absolutely fine. But for some, depending on the situation, yeah, depending on the situation, I do because I act. You know what I try to do? If I have an issue, I try to play devil's advocate. So if that was me, what would I do? So that's
Actually, they did studies that show that people who talk to themselves usually have a higher IQ and they're able to problem solve a lot better. So that's good. I do that too. That's like so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I
good.
thought I was the only one. I thought
Yep,
I was the only
I do
one.
it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I do it a lot, and I usually get really good feedback. Well, I won't say feedback, but clarification when I take myself out of the situation and put myself in the other individuals, whoever it is, whatever it is, and just see it from their point of view or try to see it from their point of view. Then come to a conclusion of what it is I want to do. It usually happens sometimes after the first out, but at the end of the day, it does happen. Just slowing down. Us as people, we're just naturally rushing for everything. If you plan ahead of time and sort of set your day up where you can just move along with it, if anything comes along, you already pre-set up to deal with anything that comes along, that's great. In survival situations, you're going to have to be quiet. You're going to have to be by yourself. You might be alone. You're going to have to learn to just sit still for a minute in a bug out spot. Don't move until it's time to move. A lot of people can't sit still. A lot of people cannot not talk. Even if you sit down there and be like, we're going to be quiet for 5 minutes, something will be said. We have to change that mindset. Where I lived in an urban area for a while, the food that is around us is not meant for us. But we constantly eat it because we're constantly on the go. We don't take time to prepare our food. We don't take time. And sometimes we just don't have time because things are just that crazy. If you have kids, whatever the case may be, I get it. But constantly making an effort to feed yourself healthy foods is great. Not only what you take in, but what you're putting out. Detoxing your body of red meat, foods that's not good for you, is absolutely necessary in order for your body to function correctly. Brain fogs, tired all the time. You can't lethargic, whatever it is that you want to say. That's the dead food that's inside of you. You can have meat, sometimes switch it up and just go all fruits one day, fruits and veggies, go back to a meat. Just give your body that break. Sitting in the sun does wonders for your body. Your eyesight. Just grounding, walking on some grass. I'm not saying walk on everybody's grass because sometimes the grass is not good, but just grounding, connecting, it's an electrical charge that you get from the earth that makes you feel better. It's kind of detoxing emotional stuff out. Some people don't believe in it, and I get it. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but try it. You might be surprised. They say watching fish in a tank is good for you to relieve stress. Stress is high blood pressure, cholesterol goes high. One thing's out of whack, everything goes out of whack. So for us, we really need to take our health very serious, especially with the pandemic that's going on. Building up our immune systems, trying to figure out other ways besides what is given or provided for us to take, and find an alternative to it that can prepare your body so that if you do come in contact with it, that you're able to fight it off and survive fighting it off.
A lot of people don't know that fasting helps with clearing out a bunch of diseases and bacterias and stuff like that. You fast,
Sauna.
A sauna, or you fast drinking nothing but water for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It'll cleanse you out. Like
your body
good.
and your mind. It's
In
just
your mind,
surprised how much better
It'll
you feel.
detoxify you. Your body is already it's in starvation mode, so it's going to get rid of all bad toxins, bacterias, and diseases, and everything else it needs to fight off in order to stay alive. So, so that's why people say you gotta fast, is because your body is smarter than you, and it'll do what it's supposed to do, even in survival mode. It'll do what it's supposed to do, even if you're not doing it.
You may not be able to go like that 3 days right off, but just go, start small.
Yeah,
a whole day. Just do a day.
Skip a donut or two. Just go, just small steps.
And that's what what's funny is I start doing that. I've been doing it. I'll do like every month. I'll try to do like 2 or 3 days where I don't eat anything, and I'll just drink water or tea or something like that. Or if I do eat something, it's real small, to the point where it don't even like it. I'm playing with myself. You know what I'm saying? But I did get something in me enough to do what I got to do. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I typically do that on a Friday. I'll start on a Friday and end it on a Sunday. So just kind of. Plus, on the weekend, I usually have less stuff to do, so I can sit down and be still and be mindful as you're, cleansing. So that's just my personal journey, how I do it. So
sometimes you got to look at words too, like breakfast. It's really a breaking your fast, right? Yeah. So you're fasting first, you break it.
Exactly.
Something not heavy and greasy, but something just to break the fast. Get all of that gas out of you and start your day, energize your body, choose something healthy versus something heavy and greasy, because that's how you're going to feel afterwards. Yeah, it tastes good going in, but yeah.
It's going to make you feel crazy.
Right. I don't know if anybody else has this book, but everything that we're talking about is basically, is it too bright? Can you see it?
African Holistic Health.
That book right there. Yeah, read that.
Yeah. This is everything. Down to walking, down to how to fix herbs, how to which ones to use for whatever. I mean, it breaks down male and female, your emotional cycle, your sun cycle, your menstrual, everything, how you should actually go about viewing sex the way it should be done. I'm not going to say the way it should be done, but it's just a different perspective of how we have sex versus how we are taught or showed. This is how sex is done. It's very spiritual. I will say it's not just get in, get out, have a nice day. It's a whole concept behind that. It's a really book if you can get it. I got this off of Amazon. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard to get, but you can get it. It is worth the money. I mean, he teaches you how to walk. Like, it has female and male emotional cycles with the dates of the month. Like when you're at the house. Books like this, it teaches you how to talk to each other. If you're having a conversation with your other half and you don't communicate well, it gives you an alternative how to talk to each other. And in crisis situations, the last thing you want to do is be arguing with the people that you're with. You want to be able to have conversations and get through whatever it is that you have. It breaks down foods. It breaks down so much inside this book. I'll type the link in to see if you can get it, but it's by Dr. Africa. I don't know if you guys know him. If you don't, definitely a book you should have.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's definitely a good book.
That's good to know.
I believe we actually had him come down to San Antonio for one of our Black Family Day Juneteenth celebrations and spoke with him. We had, Francis Wilson come down. A lot of brothers and sisters wrote some real powerful books. The brother who founded Kwanzaa, he came and talked. But that book right there, it's again that holistic look on medicine and health. It's not, taking this piece and that piece and separating it like again Western medicine. It's real holistic beings. Your body, your head's not separated from your thorax. Your mind and body go together. So you have to address those things.
It teaches you when to eat, the times, when you should drink water, how to drink water, between spring water, um, the other different types of water. It's just so much in that little book. It's crazy. Like you'll get, as you can see, there's bookmarks all through it. It's so much stuff that you're gonna see inside there, and you're gonna be like, oh wow, we were doing this wrong.
Real wrong.
It's not
Wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he does his work from your DNA, point. Everything is done from your DNA. Like, this is what these particular people need for their DNA. These are the nutrients. And he's funny at the same time, so you probably laugh because he's passed away at this point, but really good information. Yes, Calvin. Yes.
okay.
Say hi to Kelvin, My Fly family. See Lady Love in there, Gun in a Hookah.
Yeah.
The winner from
Allowed Arms 2A.
Norman.
Yeah, allowed arms.
Yeah.
Mercury is causing some havoc around here.
House of Seeds.
That Med.
Mhm.
Let's see who else.
Hey, Lady Love. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody should have something like that.
And Rodney
When you
Brady.
focus. I tell a lot of people, when you breathe sometimes you exhale, wait 3 seconds. Inhale and hold it for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you train your body, because that's how we learn in special military how to swim. They'll
Right.
teach you your breathing technique, so when you go underwater, you can sit there and just swallow and be sitting there like, okay, then we go up. You can time yourself, but if you're not learning how to breathe daily, everything, like you said in that book, everything will show you what to need to be done.
And one of the things too, even breathing. If you look at how a baby breathes versus how adults learn how to breathe wrong, they breathe using their diaphragm and their abdomen. And they teach you that in martial arts too. You breathe from your core. You use those muscles. Adults want to take deep breaths in the thorax. That's a very poor way to breathe. You don't ventilate as well. You don't oxygenate as well. So just learning how to breathe properly, sitting down and breathing in and out using your abdominal muscles and your diaphragm. That goes a long way. Those 5 deep seconds in, hold it for 5 seconds, blow out for 5 seconds. That's another relaxation technique. Breathe in, hold it for 5 seconds, blow out for 5 seconds. So those go a long way in just, again, relaxation, mindfulness, and focus. So that's really important.
Yeah. And Lady Love said eating organic is very important. Drinking 67 ounces of water daily is important for the body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That should be the first thing you drink as soon as you wake up. It's a glass of water to get your organs, everything hydrated and ready to go in detox from the night before. Ampu, you were, well, all 3 of you were military, so in situations like that, what kept you calm and in a good state of mind?
In what, like Afghanistan or something like that?
Yeah.
Like you said, just focus on what you're doing. Focus on yourself.
Exactly.
In a firefight, I wouldn't go off the handle right away. When I'm hearing shots, I never just be like, oh, let me return fire. I would always sit. If I'm a gunner, I would always sit down in the hatch for a second, because I had bulletproof windows up. I would turn the turret around, sit down in a minute, breathe, and then I'll come up, charge up, and then go. And I would always hit my target every single time. What's up, big guy?
What's up?
That's good, man. That's so good, because
How you doing?
Yeah, Gun and Hookah.
What up?
What's going on? What you just focused on, what we said, sometimes a lot of people don't know, but us as being melanated and thinking this way, sometimes we go back to our childhood to relax ourselves and think of stuff and just calm down. When you get in those intense situations and you really see some stuff and stuff is running around, you turn that clock where everything starts being slower. But yet you're moving fast, but your mindset is showing everything to you slow. You learn to adapt that very fast. I know Ampu over there, you have mastered that to a T, huh?
Yeah, man.
I know you have.
I had to. It also takes a lot of patience, man. Like, I didn't understand patience until after I got back from Afghanistan, and how patient you have to be over there. Like we people always like, when you over there fighting. And I'm like, well, technically I'm fighting on their time, not mine. Like if it was up to me, yeah, I go in there and fix it and be done. But it don't work like that some days. Like, some days you go out there and be on a mission all day and never see anything, and then you be on your way back to the fob, and that's when all shit break loose. You know what I'm saying? So like you just gotta, patience is a virtue. When people used to say that to me, I didn't understand what it meant until then. You know what I'm saying? And now I utilize that same patience even with just normal stuff. Just washing a car. Like I'll wash my car, and you have to be patient because you already know it's gonna take you a minute to wash every inch of this thing. That's why I try not to buy big cars. What's up? All right. But yeah. So patience is definitely like I got to be patient with that one right there, that one right in the doorway. So I had patience is a virtue, and if you're not patient, you'll learn that you'll start reacting to stuff way too fast, and you're not focused on what you're trying to do. So I'd rather try to take my time and do stuff.
That goes through any emergency situations. When you're in an emergency situation, again, you can't panic. You have to stay calm. You have to stay focused. You have to be focused on what your job is, what you need to do, and take it sequentially. You can't be trying to go to step 10 without going through your steps. So your team's doing the same thing. So staying focused, staying mindful, staying calm, and just work the process. It's like, boom, you know what to do. Let's work it until the problem is solved, or we need to reevaluate and move on to something else. So that's key. You got to have all those things and just do what you need to do. So that's like very important. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Right.
We were talking about, I think earlier, Carbon. We talked about survival mode, and there's an article I was reading the other day talking about survival brain, how people have those physical and mental manifestations of what's been going on for the last year and a half, 2 years. So your brain gets into that foggy type kind of not know what's focused going on, what's kind of doing those things just like automatic or unfocused. So all of us are going through that to some level on top of all the other things that we're dealing with. So some of the things you can do is just like have patience, like Ampu said. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. If you get those feelings, don't say, "Oh, I'm all messed up." Be kind and patient to yourself. Have that patience with yourself. Do things that help you to feel better. Move your body in a way that feels good. So if it's sports, like in weightlifting, or for me, it's like martial arts, getting involved in something that, makes you feel good. Skateboarding, same thing I do. If I don't feel good, I get out and get on my skateboard, and get out, and after, about 20, 30 minutes, I'm chill. So do those things and move your body.
Man.
Yeah, I do that, man. I've been doing that since
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I was an old skateboard surfer from Cali, and practice those grounding techniques like we talked about earlier, and prioritize self-care. If you don't take care of yourself, who's going to do it? Get enough sleep. Put on a nice outfit in the morning. Dress up. If you're in the house, put on something that makes you feel good and say, I love Tactical Tangerine. She gets on camera, puts on her outfit and say, don't I look good? Yeah, I look good. Get in the mood.
Stay positive.
Hype yourself up. Get out there and do those things and make yourself feel good. So you have to take care of yourself and do those things that help elevate, your mind, your body, and your spirit. So, self-care is extremely important, especially after all things, we've been going through, not just only over the last year and a half, but historically. So.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree with you. Yeah. Gun and hookah, what's going on?
Tony,
you iterating here?
Huh?
I say come in here, hey, give us some of your tips and stuff.
Patience definitely is a virtue. I would definitely concur with Ampu on that one. Everybody said. I'm gonna have to exercise a great deal of patience when I go see this doctor this week, because I got a little bit of a scare, so I got to make sure everything good to go. Got to do that old man check, So.
I just had mine done, brother. I understand.
Yeah, I'm all good.
You know what I'm saying? So
drink that jug.
Yeah, man. You gotta get that good old digital. Just hold the fingers.
Right.
Hold the fingers ain't small. I mean, hold the fingers are small.
bro.
big enough to take care of what they need to do, small enough
Look,
to
what's funny is I just went and got mine done, and luckily for me, I ain't even had to do the finger check. They literally did it through my blood work now. So it's
Yeah, that's what they do.
Do it through your blood work, but they ain't got to stick 2 fingers in your butt.
They gotta do the digital.
No.
But on the real low, prostate cancer is one of the highest causes of deaths for Black men.
What's
My
funny is my father just beat it 2 years ago.
And a lot of times we don't want to have that. We don't want to have that digital. We don't want to have that done, and we avoid it. And it can be treated very easily and successfully early on. But if we don't go in and get it done, I'm
get rid of them pallets.
My father had it as well just a couple months ago, and fortunately for him, the cancer was contained inside the prostate.
Right.
So he's actually had the whole thing removed, and everything was fine. I gotta go in because I had a few things I'm gonna definitely check out. I've had my near-death scares. You know, nearly went off a bridge. COVID-19. Blood pressure was like 196 over 130, so I should have been dead. So I didn't go ahead and stop playing. Because we all have vices, right? I heard Carmen earlier talking about eating the good, nasty foods. They tasty going in, but they will, slowly but surely beat your body to shit as you get older. So I get that squared away. And of course, going into hookah. Hookahs taste sweet, but they're sick. They're tobacco. It's nicotine. And I say all the time, it'll kill you faster than your gun will, right? So jokingly, I say that, but it's true. It's just certain things you gotta realize when you have these vices. I ain't saying give up these vices, but I'm saying you just got to be cognizant of what it could possibly do to your body
and balance out those other things.
Everything in moderation, man. You got to do it every day.
Exactly.
Like I said, if you got a vice, don't do it every day. Just do it at some point. You ain't got to do it all the time.
I do it.
Too much of something is always going to be too much of something. It's going to be too much.
But you know what was scary though?
What's that?
I noticed too. When I used to smoke Black and Milds, I used to smoke them like a train, man. I mean, back to back to back, and I used to look at my socks, man, and they'd be brown on the bottom. I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, that's strange. And when I stopped smoking, that's what it was. I smelled the smoke, and it smelled just like the Black and Milds. So that's what's seeping out the bottom.
And people don't realize, as respiratory therapists, that stuff, if it goes into your lungs, it goes into your bloodstream and throughout all of your body. So this doesn't stay in your lungs. That's part of that AV membrane.
It'll beat your ass.
Take it directly to. So that's serious. So again, balance and moderation.
And then another thing is to acceptance, that mental health, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, certain things you have no control over. Yeah. So you have to be able to adapt to certain things. I know a lot of us have a lot of resistance, right? It's just nature to resist, right? Hell, the earth doing it right now. So you just got to have a mindset that kind of separates us a little bit from the animal kingdom, is that we have the ability to be conscious. It's not an instinct thing for us. It's more of a learned discipline to have a level of consciousness, right?
That is true.
So that's your mental health, because that's one of the biggest killers now, especially for Black people, Black men specifically, is mental health. Something that was taboo to talk about. We would turn a blind eye. We saw a family member trying to bite their face, not realizing that they had problems 30 years ago, right? So we have to be cognizant of our brother and sister when it comes to mental health. And that's one of the things that we do on Shenanigans now. Is my boy did it because he did time in Afghanistan and all that stuff. And we talk about mental health, how, the first thing we do is get how you doing, how's your day. I said this joint on one of my quotes or something like that. I said, when you see somebody, speak, because a simple "what's up" and "how you doing" can save somebody's life.
True.
You know what I mean? True. They might be thinking about killing themselves, and you just showing that small act of kindness may delay that action.
You never know. That's the thing. We have these levels of stress that we're dealing with every day. Right. And when you're experiencing like manageable levels of stress, you need to find somebody, or somebody needs to reach out to you, talk to, a mentor. Right. If you recognize that, talk to a mentor, talk to some close friends, talk to some family. Don't sit in that silence, because that manageable level can quickly lead to an unmanageable level. And then if you get to that unmanageable level, Don't be afraid to reach out. Charlemagne the God talks about mental health. I like how he's stepping up. So other people saying there's no shame to look for a therapist or a psychologist or psychiatrist when you are having those unmanageable levels of stress, because that will kill you. Like you said, high blood pressure.
Stress will destroy
Stress
you.
will kill you.
My body shut down 6 years ago because of stress.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
true. So
Kelvin
I
said,
don't wish that kind of pain on anybody, right?
That's
So you have to factor that in. So definitely take care of yourself as best you can, starting with your mental.
Yeah, mental goes a long way because it ties into everything else. It really does. It's
And I like what Calvin said too. You have to change gun and a hookah to something more healthy, like gun and a broccoli.
There you go.
I like what Alonzo Arms had to say. He was saying, as black men, 9 times out of 10, you guys don't want to get checked out. You have that Superman complex,
Exactly.
as he stated. But he's right, and I'm so happy to see that other people just, when you mentioned that you have to go get your check, several other people said that you got theirs too, and that's great because we need y'all. So y'all gotta
drink that jug, man. Drink that jug and go on
that
there and
jug.
have a checkup.
Yeah.
I tell anybody, man, because
and that's a good point on that one, Loud. He said the distrust for doctors.
Yeah.
It's not hard to find a good doctor. It's just hard to trust them because of the historical content behind it.
Yeah.
But at some point, not everybody's out to get you. And you got to think that the reason that some people are getting into that field is to combat distrust.
Exactly.
Right? So if we don't trust nobody, we're screwed. We have a level of trust. We got to, especially if it's somebody who looks like you and gone through the same thing. Because my doctor, he's like, I'm a black man before I'm a doctor. I got into this field because of that.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to really do a lot of work to do that. To really
Yes, Norbert.
There's a resource. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Norbert said high blood pressure and diabetes.
That kills you, yeah.
Bro, look, you ain't never lied. 196 over 130.
Yeah.
That nurse was like, "How are you still standing?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Every day I go to the Texas Diabetes Clinic, all I see is black and brown people. Every time I bump in there, and it's packed every day. People with amputation, people with it. So
and that's our diets. Our diets
are killing us. Literally.
You eat a lot of bullshit. We eat a
One
lot.
thing I wanted to go over real quick was there's a resource, Suicide Prevention Resource Center.
Yeah.
They have a specific Black and African American resource page that you can go to, and it has resources that are in the community that you can look for. Because, like you said, that trust, not without reason, is sometimes not there when we're talking about healthcare. So if you go to their Suicide Prevention and Resource Center, there's a link at the bottom for Black or African American resources that you can go to in your community, and there's a national number you can call for some of those resources too. So we understand that the healthcare system usually doesn't benefit us, but there are some people out there trying to address those issues, which are very, very real. And like we need we can't afford to lose nobody. We need everybody up on the line. So.
Big facts, man. I mean, the thing I would say, the system is designed to do what it do.
Yeah. Right? It's working perfectly.
But we have to be able to maneuver in these spaces because this is all we got. Until we affect that change, we got to deal with these spaces. And one of the things I said on a previous live was infiltrate, then renovate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
When I say, yesterday we went to RGG's live. When I'm looking at the live, to me, it's a meeting ground. Why it's so important to me, all of your lives, whenever somebody goes live, when somebody's having a conversation, this is a chance where people get to unwind, where they get to laugh, where they get to talk about things they probably can't talk about with somebody else. It's more important than just what we think it is. It's the Ben channel, we're talking about guns, we're talking about but it's so much bigger than that when you look at the bigger picture. The way that we're communicating with each other, problem solving certain things. Like, we're not going to fix everything in such a short time, but for the most part, there's so much being done. And I hope that everybody understands that and sees how people are communicating, coming together, working together, learning to trust each other. That is a big deal. that is part of healing as a group of people.
Big facts.
And once we start doing it, we start spreading it out towards how we deal with even our families. You know, sometimes you're talking to a stranger than talking to your own family member. It's so powerful what's going on here in this community, and it's so important that we protect that and continue to feed it what it needs, so that we can take that and spread it out further. You know, in different realms, how you deal with your kids. You know, going out, meeting up with each other. These are things that we stopped doing. We stopped being a village of people that took care of each other. Now, yesterday was so powerful that people were just coming out left and right, just showing love. Some people don't even get a hello when they wake up in the morning with somebody. And you have 2-3 hours of people just, you know, acknowledging you. How you doing? Where you been? Simple hi, like you said.
Yeah, goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to put that up.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Q. Look, Black organizations, to include 2A, we've always either had to or simply just were willing to go above and beyond the minimum requirements of that. You can go to other 2A organizations and all they talk about is guns. All they talk about is politics. And that's it. We talk about everything because we are a small yet mighty group, and we have to do the mighty part. So what happens is we got to communicate. We got to talk. We ain't always going to agree.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why we got to survive.
Name one person or one group that agrees with every single thing each other do.
More
than one way to skin a cat. Some ways work, some ways don't. At the end of the day, it ain't about being right and wrong. It's about living and dying. And we all gonna die one day, but you rather die at 86 than at 46.
Yeah. It's group therapy. I love it.
One of those things.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point, Aloud.
Yeah.
The 3 winners from last night's donations is on this panel right now.
Now we are here.
Wow.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Came up large yesterday. And everybody always set it off. I was so damn goofy yesterday. And see, that's one of the things I do. I like humor. Even I wasn't weird drinking like I normally do. I was just goofy as hell. That's one of my therapies right there.
Oh, good.
The humor is the smile. And I would say let no one take away your smile.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody. They can take everything else from you. Yeah. Everything.
Don't take away your joy.
Don't take away your smile. Because they take away your smile, they take away your happiness. They can take away your essence. They take away who you are.
Facts.
It's a wrap. Everything else is going to crumble because you can get everything else back, but that's very hard to recover your smile.
Tell it.
Very hard.
That's facts, man. 100%.
So that's one of the biggest things. Congratulations. I had a good time with that yesterday.
I did.
Get every single thing she deserved.
Carbon, serious.
Think about it for a second, Carbon Q. When is the last time you actually did your thing, personal joint, your personal YouTube joint?
It's been a minute.
Right? Because you were so dedicated to a bigger cause. The level of selflessness that you have has not been matched yet. It's unmatched. Other than Zach.
Yeah.
He's another one. He's like very, he's like y'all damn near tied. You got him by
that's all
right there.
Yeah, that's our partner, right?
Because you two are definitely very selfless, and we need warriors like that. I mean, that's one of the things in the Army is selfless service, right? And that's what you're providing to us is that selfless service. And we couldn't be any more proud. We couldn't be any more honored. You know what I mean? Because you could be doing your own thing.
Yeah, it's not about me. You have to look at and see where your strengths are. I always talk about that. And sometimes, encouraging people to do, because you could, like, when I see people, I see certain things in people. I don't just see your physical. Like, it's weird. I can see like where you're going with something, your potential, and I feel obligated to help you along your way. And it's not an obligation. Like, I enjoy doing what I do. I do it from my heart. And touching so many different people and helping them, whatever way I can help you. And if I can do it, I would do it. It's because we have to do that. Change what this world has come to, where everything is so, we're so separated. We have to get back to
What's in
learn.
it for me kind of attitudes. Yeah.
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 We got to
Yeah,
get
we
everything
definitely
right.
got to shed that. 'Cause we really adopted
Yeah.
that colonialism mindset. What is it for me? Because a lot of stuff we ain't doing for us. We doing it for the people down the road.
Exactly.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. We may not live to see the change that we want to see. It's a 400-year battle.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna
Yeah.
cure 400 years worth of fight
And that's
in
the
a
thing.
couple of years. It's not gonna happen.
No.
Realize. But you have to have that same energy regardless. You got to lay that
Regardless.
foundation and keep it moving and keep building and not give up ground and keep trying to gain ground, because it's
Yeah.
like our ancestors, they saw it way back then. They could have given up way back then.
Right.
Way
And
back then.
You know,
When
they
people
kept
said
fighting, kept pushing, kept going. So
Facts.
it's our obligation to keep it moving.
Keep it moving. That needle moves just a little bit
Mhm.
each time we fight, right?
You've done your job.
And that's why I always say it's about the news, not the views.
Damn right,
That's me.
There
man.
you go.
Damn
Amen.
right. Because it's going to get passed out there. Good
Yeah.
information is going to circulate.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be in a meme. It ain't got to be on a YouTube video. It ain't got to be
Yeah.
on Instagram. It's
Right.
A couple of people say one or two things, and one or two people take a couple to chew up the
Yeah.
meat, spit out the bones, and pass it on to the next. You may not have 1 million YouTube views, but you got 1 million people out there putting in that work behind your
Yeah.
word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You straight,
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
man. I'm
And I
on my
think we
sermon
here-
today.
So, preach it, brother.
Amen.
Good, man. Keep it,
We
keep
need
it
to
going. Keep it going.
Mhm.
Bro, look, man.
When you turn on TV, all you see is us going at each other, whether it's for fun or not even for fun, just for money wise. We will tear each other down. We'll call each other out our names. I'm not saying you can't argue. You can argue. You could do whatever it is you do, but you still have to respect that. Like in my situation, I still respect her because she's a queen. Like that's my sister, regardless.
Right.
If we was in the street and somebody do something to her, I'm pulling out. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna do that to her. And we have our differences. You gotta work. You gotta walk your journey your way. But if it's not for me, I gotta do what I gotta do my way. And
Facts.
sometimes that's harder to do than to be your buddy, see you doing something and encouraging you to do that again.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I hope that if I did something wrong, that somebody would, tap me on the shoulder and be like, yo, you moving crazy. What you doing? What's going on?
Look, you
That's
ain't
true
never-
love. When you can,
Yeah.
guide
Yeah.
somebody, and it's like, that other kind of stuff is great. But if you truly love somebody, you're gonna try to guide them and hope the best for them.
Right.
Correct them if need be.
100%.
And hopefully that's understood that, it's not out of any other thing. And I love my brother and sister. I love
I'm
fighting.
going to be honest with you. There's a few brothers and sisters I don't
Well, you
like.
can't save everybody.
Yeah. Right. You
I'm not
can't.
saying you can
So,
save everybody.
You
I
can't.
ain't gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
to stop you.
No, you ain't gonna be the one to do
I
it.
can't be with you.
But exactly, you keep a nice, safe
Keep it moving.
distance.
Yeah, keep it
There's some
moving.
people in this game, I'll let you know right now, people in the game, I will never, and I mean ever, deal with in any way, shape, or fashion. If they're in a room, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Real stuff.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I won't destroy their name. I won't say anything negative toward them. I let the people who associate with them find out for themselves and make that judgment based off of their experience.
Right.
I'm not going to put my experience on them and let them judge based off what I know or what I do or how I associate.
Yeah. That's
But if
Mhm.
they ask me,
Right.
what do you think? I'm still going to be tactful
Mhm.
in how I answer it and approach that.
Right.
But I'm going to let them know why I don't deal with them and let them figure out what they want to do with that and see for themselves. Because there's some people in this game. Nope.
There's a lot of us that's we have a lot of anger, right? And we don't know how to work through that. We don't know how to let it go, work through it, put it down, and leave it right where it's at.
We got a lot of grifters.
We got a lot of issues. Like when you say mental health, there's a lot of issues going on, and problem solving, conversation is not something that we know how to do in a level where it's not violent, where it's not, now I'm going to come for your neck. We have the most amount of patience with everyone else, but we don't have it amongst our own people.
Exactly.
And that's something that we have to change. We have to give our people the courtesy that we give everybody else. You'll put a black face or Louis Vuitton, whoever, and we'll boycott for a month, and then we get back there giving our money. But if you're a black owned business and you 10 minutes late or a week late,
I can't stand them black people.
I can't. But you refuse this. Like you have to change that mindset and for people.
That's a reality. But they say what? Hurt people, and historically, we're hurt. We have to understand that hurt and actively work together to work for the good. So we have to understand that.
That's why, and that's one thing I like. I love y'all three here, man, because it's a unity that we have for this channel, and we want everybody to come in and feel comfortable, and we answer the questions and and keep it moving. That's what I like. We keep our peace. Things that we set out to people, we give them stuff, and they can return down the road, enlighten other people in their family that not social media.
Mm-hmm.
And
I commend y'all on that.
Oh man, thanks. Likewise, man.
Thank you.
We have some good conversations, man. We have
tap in. How you doing, brother?
Tapped in. What's up?
Hot Top Tony.
What is it? $2 tapped in. We up in this joint. Parasite. What's happening? Definitely very refreshing to have some wholesome dialogue. Is always good, man. Always dialogue. Always been good.
Yeah.
Something. My people in the chat, if you didn't know, we are the global majority. We have thought that only black. When I hear ADOS and what about black people here in the States, we are a global diaspora. We only have a fraction of the people in the Western Hemisphere, right?
Yeah.
We are everywhere. When I say everywhere, anybody who looks like you in the little bit is you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they speak Mandarin. I don't care if they speak Twi. I don't care if they speak Portuguese. I don't care if they speak Espanol. I don't care if they speak Francais. I don't care if they speak Creole. I don't care what they speak. If they look like you and they share some of that same hurt, PTSD and education that told them that they were the only ones and they didn't matter. Starting to see that we all coming together regardless of the language that we speak. We understand one another subconsciously. Been all over this world, and I know quite a few of us have been all over this world. Hey, we can see it just in this country alone, the different diversity, and just our people alone. I'm not going to add our, some of our allies and coalition, right? I'm talking about just us, the cultures. But there's always going to be that one thing that you guys could both look at each other and be like,
commonality of experience.
Exactly. It's one thing that's definitely passed down through us is experience. So that's the one thing we have to definitely hone in on and really take, because the thing that bothered me one time, we talked about like immigration, right? We talk about, people like, man, they always helping out the immigrants, but they ain't helping out us. And the first thing people think of when they think of immigrant, they think of Mexico.
Mexican, exactly.
Right? They don't think of Angola. They don't think of just what happened in Haiti. They don't think about people from Zimbabwe or South Africa or India, dark skin, trying to look for a job, trying to make it happen, right? These are all us. So, and what I said earlier, sometimes it ain't just about what is in it for me. If we can help out that group over there with the work that we doing here, we winning.
Right.
So I'm happy to be on this job. I'm happy. I love what y'all do, man. Y'all brought the fire out of me between you guys, Jay the Shooter, RWG, and a few others. Man, y'all brought that fire back out, because for a long time I've been sitting in the corner, not really bringing out what I need to bring out. And I had these good conversations. I joke around, I drink. I like to clown.
Yeah.
When it's time for dialogues, I'm almost on that politician X leadership.
Hey,
strategize. Let's learn. We ain't gonna agree with everything, but we're not a monolith.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
an either or. It's all. Take it all.
Two things can exist at the same time and be different.
Exactly.
And you get drawn into this. It's red or blue. It's black or white. It's this.
Nope.
And it's, you just look at nature and you see that's not even the case. So we're
Heck
talking
no.
about.
Right.
We are entitled and should access everything at our disposal. Everything.
Man,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's what Tony said, but look how they did the Haitians when they tried to come here.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They're
We
punishing
didn't,
them
we
for
didn't say
standing
it
up
was
against the
fair.
French.
We showed them they were really disgusting how it was handled.
Yeah, they
Really
were.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Right.
why? Because they had the audacity to stand up against the French for their freedom.
Oh yeah, this is a
Mm.
200
Cost them
plus
millions
year.
of dollars. They had to sell Louisiana and all that stuff to pay for their wars over in Europe, and they're still
And they were
punishing them
here.
to this day.
The
Once they
first
tripped out, they
nation
were here.
to successfully beat off white
Thank you.
supremacy,
And
and
they
they
came together and said, "Hey,
ever since. Yep, big facts. The U.S., Canada,
all working this on the same line.
France,
Yeah.
other parts of Europe,
We go
Mhm.
all
punish them."
working to
Exactly.
destroy this, propping up bogus governments, not letting the people do what they do.
Facts,
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Let's see hot tub That's true.
Let's
It's
be
like-
real. Pay when they move back.
That was even with all that. Look how the people still came together. The Mexican and the Haitian people that reside there, they
Yeah.
got together and worked and started taking care of their own people. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, look, you ain't never lied. We
Mhm.
good at the one thing about that's why I sometimes I get tripping on some of us sometimes, especially last year. Well, even still now, when the plague took, when we noticed the plague, because people don't realize the plague been here since
Permanent.
November 2019.
Mhm.
No
Oh,
one
yeah.
realizes that.
It was
It
early.
took into a joint until around February, March is when the plague really started to take to
Facts.
to clamp on and let us know what time it was.
Yeah.
Right. And you saw right then and there, people were out for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. And we kept, well, I can't believe we started having the same talking points. Like,
Mhm.
you realize that we know how to overcome adversity. We've been doing it forever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a minute. That's the one thing we're gonna overcome. So why are we tripping? Why are we bugging?
It's
Not
just not fear. You know, they put it out a certain way where it makes people panic and fear, and that causes more drama. So it goes back to planning and being prepared, so that you don't
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not in a state of fear. They can't throw that on you. You could be like, oh, there's no toilet paper. Well, I have some stash. You know, some of them are like really thick. Break that down into 2 plies. There's always, you know, an old sheet that you can cut up and do whatever it is that you want to do with that. You know,
Wet ones.
you know, right? You'll adapt sooner or later. The original MacGyvers were slaves. They took nothing and made something. They'll find 50 uses for a rock. You know, whether it's to, you know, pound the meat to make it softer or tender. They'll find a herb and make it work. You know,
Yeah.
something. They took everything that was considered trash and made it a treasure. You know, that people still use to today. So at the end of the day, you know, you'll overcome. Something inside you will kick in. It'll turn on, and you'll be like in survival mode.
That innovation and ability to survive is definitely within us.
Mhm.
But we have to be willing
To
to
survive.
survive.
Yes.
Exactly.
Big
Yeah.
fact.
Hmm.
Can't give up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to do it, man.
We
One
got
of the
to
things I wanted to point out on that Suicide Prevention Resource Center is they have a lot of online resources. They have virtual learning labs,
right.
online courses assessing and managing suicide and mental health risk. So, you know, and that's not the only resource that's out there. So again, as in other areas, there are a lot of online resources we can use to educate ourselves and use those resources that are available out there to help, you know, our brothers and sisters, anybody who needs help out there. So use those things that are online. You know, go to some of these sites, just go to one and look at what they have, because you never know. You may be that lifeline that brother or sister needs
Big
to get them through something, because we're all going through something every day. You know, so
Yeah.
you don't know what people are going through, speaking myself included. So, you know, sometimes we need that lifeline. We need that encouragement. We need somebody to help lift us up so we can keep
Yeah.
moving, so we can keep moving. You know, there's no shame in falling down. There's no shame in feeling down.
Nope.
But, you know, we have to know that we have people around us and near us that go to, hey, let me take that load off you so you can keep moving. Let me, give you a hand or give you some guidance to help keep you moving. So, we're all accountable to one another at the end of the day. So we want to be good stewards of our brothers and sisters and lift them up and provide them those things they need, because we're going to need them someday. So
big facts. And another thing, stop saying we are not our ancestors. I hear another person say that shit.
Exactly. I ain't no slave. I ain't got.
We ain't our ancestors. You ain't Marcus Garvey. You ain't Paul Cover. You ain't Ida B. Wells Barnett.
Thank you.
You ain't.
Thank you.
Come on, man. You ain't Martin King. You ain't Malcolm X. You ain't your ancestors.
Preach it.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't them cats that found out that if Martha Washington didn't release the slaves, her husband said he would do upon his death, that they would kill her ass because they knew how to read on the slide, and she let them jokers do. You ain't that.
Yeah.
You ain't that. You ain't got the level of substances and courage to stand up against something that's dangerous as this system.
Yeah.
Then you ain't your ancestor.
Yeah.
And they survived.
So they went through hell way worse than what we going through.
So we are. That's why we're here. If it wasn't for them,
I am.
not be here. So I claim all my ancestors, all of them, brothers, sisters, all of them.
Okay, let me see. Let me ask y'all that how to address mental health issues when seeking help can be used against you to take away your firearms. We're not talking about you administering yourself to a psychiatric ward. But if you got to do that, then do that, right? Because last thing what you do is your firearms you don't want taken away, you use on yourself because you don't have an episode.
Yeah, so
we're talking about this straight up counseling. Yeah. Go see a therapist. They will not touch your guns. You go see a therapist or a counselor. It's like going to see a marriage counselor or something like that.
Exactly.
They're not going to take your guns. Go take care of your mental health. You will always get your guns back if it got to that point. The last thing I want to see, as I just stated, is you use that very same gun you tried to hold on to on yourself. Because we've seen in the military alone, 22 people die a day from suicide. I had a soldier that blew his brains out and painted the back of his wall with a shotgun because he was having domestic problems in his house. Don't want nobody to go through none of that shit because of this goddamn piece of tool on the wall. Don't do it.
And
for mental health fight.
And let's put this out to our people and veterans and everybody that was in the service. There are different levels of PTSD. Just because you have PTSD, you can still own a firearm. I'm letting y'all know that. Yeah, it's different levels. So don't, just because you got PTSD, I can't buy a firearm. No, you have to read the paperwork when you sign. I seen the guy the other day. He was stuttering about signing that little box down there. If you have mental this and have been institutional. I said, bro, that word said institutional. Go ahead. You haven't been institutional, so go ahead. You can say. He's like, oh, thank you. He was about to end. He's about to not purchase a weapon because of that little box on that paper.
No, you can still
have to check.
You can still get your guns unless you completely gone. Forget the gun. If you to that point, get yourself some help because you can always get your guns back. You can always get new guns. You can't get you back, right?
Yeah,
that is a very difficult thing to get back. Is you. You lose an arm, that arm is gone. You lose your mind, that mind is gone. You got to take care of every part of your body because these pieces of equipment can be replaced all day. And by the time you gone, there'll be more of them waiting for somebody else. Fix yourself.
Okay. Yeah, we need brothers and sisters in their right mind to be able to help us, do what we need to do. So take care of that.
Hop Tony has something.
Yeah.
He said he had a PTSD episode and went to counseling, but when I went to court, they used it against me. I couldn't own firearms for 3 years.
But how do you feel now? Like, how's the PT? How are you having any more episodes? Because everything ain't gonna work out the way we want to. It ain't gonna be a happy ending for a lot of stuff, right? You may have to take that L for 3 years, but it was 3 years you got them back, right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather you here. We can get you the gun. And as somebody $2 said, put it in a trust where somebody else can hold on to them for you. You have a trusting, that's what I call the trust. It's someone you trust to hold on to your stuff. So if you can't, they can't take them from somebody else because they'll be like, no, I can't have them, but the person who's on my trust can. So they hold on to them for you while you get yourself straight, and then you can get them back and you're going to go. I'd rather you be here I'd rather you be here, brother, for real. I'd rather you be here. The guns ain't going nowhere.
And that's a good point.
Drop the link. He wants to come on for a
He
minute.
wants to come on. Hot Tub want to come on. Yeah, don't worry about these guns, yo. I know it's a 2A joint, but
we need you. We need you.
We need you more than these guns because we was doing big stuff without these firearms.
Thank you.
Right.
You know.
And like get in where you fit in for the 3 years that you didn't have, you could be teaching somebody.
Trust me, brother. You got plenty of us with them. So if you can't have them, we got them. You know, if it came down to that point.
I'll follow up and let him on. I'll follow up and let him on. Okay? I'll come back with you.
All right, let me go ahead.
What did I do? Sorry, I made the screen bigger.
No problem. Hold on.
Oh, I could have fell off.
Get them on
I
right
could have fell off too. Yeah. Carbon.
Hold on. Carbon's. Yeah, hold on. We got it.
Yeah, don't worry about that junk. We get them junks back, brother. We get them back. And you got people around you that'll protect you with what they got.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I want you here. I need you. We need you.
Yeah. Let me put this in right quick, y'all. 6, 8. Let me make sure I got this.
Hey, yo, Danny, want to say hi? What's up, bro?
Okay. Hold on. Let me get him right in here so I can put him in there.
What else we got in here? Jay Chill, what's up?
Okay, here we go.
You get him? You put out there?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, man. Come on in. Speak your piece, brother.
What's up? Up to the one. What else we got in here?
See, it's a very powerful thing. That's why I don't watch the news for a week. There
we go.
I feel you on that, lady love. But also know this, man. Courage is what you do in the presence of it, because fear ain't going nowhere. And nothing wrong. No. Fear maintains a state of alertness, because you get too comfortable out here. That's when you get jammed up.
Yeah, what you do in spite of that fear. That's what makes you know.
Okay, we got it.
There we go.
What's going on, bro?
How everybody doing, man?
Man, yo,
what's up, man?
Oh, that beard is. I love that
beard.
I can't do that. I can't get that.
No,
what's going on?
I just wanted to address it because I had, like I said, I had an issue a couple of years ago, and I've been struggling with it. I'm a combat veteran, and I also contracted. So I spent the last 11 years between Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Africa. So I'm used to combat. But when I had my incident and went to court about it, they actually used me going to counseling against my case. Yeah. And part of the results of it was, like I said, the 3 years that I could not own a firearm. I had to get rid. They took a significant portion of my firearms. The rest, I was court mandated to sell off or move. I didn't know about a gun trust, so I'm glad y'all brought that up, because I had no idea that I could have done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But just be aware, that can be used against you when you do go to court.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
And that's how we combat it, though, right? Because like I said before, you got plenty of us that'll surround you with all the protection you need. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot easier to have your own. I'd be crying if they told me I had to relinquish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I get it, but at the same time, they could be replaced. You can't. We need you more than you'll ever know, brother. And now that you know about gun trust, because I still be honest, I got insurance, but I gotta get a trust too. I gotta get my trust. Especially
I do.
I gotta get a trust. Honest. So if anything happens like that, we covered. Right?
Yeah, it took a significant amount from me.
I bet, man. I know that had to hurt like a
I'm basically starting from scratch again. Because I just got my rights back last year. And I had to basically go to court to prove that I am not insane, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So my counselor was very supportive on it. She helped me a whole lot with that process. But the fact that they were able to do that, I mean, they really went and took my VA, and I thought the VA records were sealed. Apparently they're not.
No.
And those can be used against you. So, I'm not telling anybody not to seek help, because counseling is what got me through it. But I am saying be very cautious.
Yeah.
Be nice if we can get an attorney's point of view.
This is why it's important that we had the education.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
And all that stuff. Now you got your guns. Get that trust. In the event something else happens to you, trust.
I'm very glad you brought that up, because sorry about the noise.
No, you good. You good, man.
I did not know anything about that. You can put your guns in the gun trust for the
Yep.
duration of time. Because
Yep.
when it was brought to me, that was the judge's mandate. He was like, "No, they seized 5 of my guns that I never got back, and I'm in a current lawsuit with the city on why I haven't received my guns back. But the rest of them, it was literally a court order. So you will show proof that you got rid of these guns."
Mm-hmm. A gun trust will do it.
That's why I love this program, man. Y'all put out such great information.
Thank you.
A lot of stuff that I didn't know.
That's what we're here for, bro.
You just showed us something. You just taught us something.
Exactly. That's the thing. You're sharing that information. So the next person, because the system's not set up for us. We know they're going to use those laws to our detriment. So we have to spend that time and
I appreciate you guys and everything you're doing, man. I'm gonna log off and continue to go back into the chat, man. Y'all,
anytime you're welcome. You're welcome, bro.
Anytime. I appreciate y'all, OGs. I know you be soaking in the hot tub, Tony.
Oh, it's out back, bro.
Hot tub, Tony.
All right, bro.
All right, brother.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. We need y'all, man.
Gotta have
for everybody out there going through that stuff, we all got to do it. We got to get a trust, because we don't want to. Because I'm not gonna front. I was almost like that, Ain't gonna take the gun, and I'm like, man, I can get these back. I can't get me back.
Yeah,
and I need to be here. I still got work to do.
Yeah.
To help my people.
Yeah.
So, gun trust definitely. We all got to do it.
And I think it was on Jay's program on Monday. I think she was talking about that. So if you have lawyers, Black Lawyers Association in your area, look up that information. There's a national registry for Black lawyers. Look into that. Some of them provide very low cost services and consultations. So go out there, look for that information, and get that information, because you don't want to be behind the curve to where you can do that. So that gun trust, that's something we need to look into.
And we will bring it. We will bring it up here on the channel.
That's
make sure everybody get it.
We got to do that. That trust is very important. Shout out to $2 for putting that in the comments. I'm gonna give him the credit. That's his credit. That's his.
Okay, so my fly family said, did they just propose a red flag laws for military members? I think it varies in different states.
They're trying to
the different states. Yeah. This state has a red flag law. As a matter of fact, about a month after the red flag laws passed in this state, somebody was actually a victim of it and was killed.
Do y'all want to explain what that is?
Red flag laws basically is if somebody believes that you are a threat and they notify the authority, they can come seize your firearms without a warrant. Basically, it is a violation of your 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment rights when it refers to due process. Right?
That's crazy.
Gun trust, big physical boat, big gun trusts were specifically made for NFA items.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that gun law red flag. So you got to be real. And the funny thing, what makes it bad too is that it is someone could be anonymous, right? So that's why you got to be mad careful who you get into it on social media.
Yeah.
Because if you get into it with somebody on social media, and some people try to bait you in.
Yeah.
And if you aren't careful what you say, they can use that against you. Notify the authorities. Next minute, you got someone knocking on your door to seize your stuff, and it could be deadly, as we witnessed here in my state, where somebody actually wound up dying because it was his own family, because they got into an argument and they called the cops, and he got said something, and all they had to say is, "I don't think he's good to go, and he's got guns." That's all they got to say. And if they got your information, they're coming to see you. Yeah. So you got to be real careful on who you engage with in these streets. You got to be careful of what you talk about around people, because they ain't got to be someone you talking directly to. It could be like a harassment where the person, the third party, could be eavesdropping and know who you are and say, "Well, I heard this person said something about killed a rabbit and he got guns or she got guns and I think they're dangerous. I'm scared." And next minute, they come to get this. There's no due process. And you got to take maybe up to a year and lots of money to prove.
Yeah, spend for a lawyer. Yeah,
exactly. So you may not get your guns back in the same condition they took them. That's another fight. There's a whole lot of stuff in this game that we still got to learn. You know, it's sad because we experience it here. I mean, I'd say right now, the state I live in, we have experienced. That's why I laugh when I see people like the more friendlier states get hit with like proposed laws, or even when federal comes with proposals. I laugh because we've been through it. We've been through some of those changes, and we learn how to adapt and overcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I laugh with the brace, right? Yeah. Everybody talks about the brace on the pistol variants.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times they proposed, they gone back and forth to whether or not it should be SBR or this, should it be outlawed? Several times, right? It ain't gonna happen because a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, they ain't giving up that money. They'll make you pay a little bit more. And you notice how people went out and bought like a ton of them, and they paid like double than what they were worth. For those ATI, SB, or what? Not the ATI, SB Tacticals. They were $130. Now they were like $175. And all of a sudden, you no longer hear about proposals.
Yeah,
it's a money grab, right?
Money grab.
Yeah. So, and then technically, let's just be real. Technically, even though it's a brace, it is still technically an SBR. Let's just be real.
Yeah. Functionally,
it's an SBR. It's the same, right? Yeah. How many people are actually using those braces like they're supposed to be used? Let's be real. Let's be real. A lot of us are shoulder firing. We are. And ATF said it's fine. If they made you SBR them, there was a proposal. If they had it be done, they would do for free. You wouldn't have to pay the $200 for the stamp. You'd have to do it for free. You'd have to do it, but you could do it for free because they're mandating it. They would make you do it for free. That's the proposal if they were to change it to where it was an SBR. So, as a person who, and some of us own NFA, we want machine guns, we want the cool stuff. If they're going to do it for free, why not?
You better just everything, SBR, everything.
If they're going to do it for free, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I mean? And you're right. But that's the thing, though, man. And that's the thing, Jay Chill. You 100%, man. Anybody could get you. Chris said, "Quit dry snitching." Dude, we all know it's real. They know it's real. That's why they haven't done anything yet about it. Yeah, they know. Your 4473 no. Your 4-1s and 4-4s no. They already know. They know. We're a gun too. We do gun too. We're a two-way community. They know we got shit. Come on, man. Come on. They're not stupid. They just trying to figure out how they can make money off it.
Yeah, because every store that you buy from will have a list of what you bought. Because I had mine printed out.
100%.
Like, I didn't know they could do that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The stuff. Your 4473s, your social security numbers don't hold on you.
It's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah,
no, you know what I'm saying? Get on that boat if you that worried. Get on that boat. You know what I mean?
Once you sign it, fill out that form.
Once you fill out that form, and they make that phone call, you win. You in the system. So we got to kind of get away from the. Don't trust. I'm not saying to trust the government because the government don't trust the government. That's why they got the daggone checks and balance system.
Checks and balances all over. Yeah, not just don't trust that. Don't trust this. Or,
the government don't trust itself. So we already know they're not. You should 100%. You should challenge everything that come across these airways, to include the words coming out of my mouth.
Do your fact check everything.
Do your homework.
Do your homework. Don't believe me.
Hot Tub Tony. You will. Bro. Let's see, Hot Tub Tony. I say it all the time. It's not a gun grab. It's a money grab.
It's always been about money.
It's always been about the money. It's always been about the money.
About that cash. Gangsters came over, jacked to the country from England, and they've been running it ever since. They run that game ever since.
It's about the money.
About that dollar. Cash rules everything around me.
Cream. It's always about the money.
Get the money.
Man.
Dollar bill, y'all.
It's all about the paper. That's why they ain't really changed nothing. They just propose it. People out there spending bread on.
Don't get it confused. Yeah.
Don't get caught until you see it in black and white on policy, and it's gone through the House, the Senate, the president signed off, and it withstand a judicial challenge. It don't mean jack.
Yeah. and even
go ahead.
No, even so, I let people know also, if you're gonna do gun insurance, you have to fill out that form and put down all the serial numbers of the items of the guns you have. So keep in mind, you want to have the insurance. If they do take it away or whatever, you have it on documentation on what they owe you. Just remember that.
And they have certain like homeowners or renters insurance may have it to where they'll pay you back replacement value, not just anything.
Yeah.
Replacement value.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing you want to we got work to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got work to do.
Because people get mistaken when you get that USCCA, that's gun insurance. No,
that's just you
totally
insurance.
different.
Yeah, that's
you insurance.
That's totally different.
That's to keep
So
you clap somebody. You got a lawyer to protect you criminally and civilly to a certain amount of money, right? Gun insurance itself is for your guns, personally.
Yep.
Right?
A lot of people don't know that.
And there you go, right there. You need a homeowner's rider for replacement value. You need that. It's gonna cost you a couple dollars, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
That's what insurance is for.
Yeah, man. Insurance is definitely worth it. That's another thing on the other side too. When I hear the anti-gun side say, "Well, I think they should have insurance like they have cars." 100% we should. Yeah. You're absolutely right. We do. That's why you got USCCA and Law Shield and homeowners and renters insurance. They got all these special things like riders, like what House of C just said. They got all this stuff out there because they want you to protect you and your equipment.
Yeah.
We just got to put in the work and pay the money.
Yeah. Hot Tub Tony, you're right on that too.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know.
Homeowners insurance will cover your guns, but there's also another piece that you can put on it too as well. Check into your homeowner insurance. I got USAA, and there's another part where you can actually pay a little more dollars, and they'll cover even more of your stuff and give you replacement value. Renters insurance ain't that great, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. That's why you want to make sure you look into your policies and whoever you deal with. Yeah. Because I had a couple friends get their stuff taken, and they didn't get nowhere near the money that they were worth to replace them. Mm-hmm. So you want to bear that in mind when you get these insurances to know what you got. If you got to get multiple things to cover, then do that. Because at the same time, we want to definitely take care of our stuff, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but this hard-earned money, you don't want to just give it up. You know, you got to let them work for it.
And also make sure you have the right safe that's insured for insurance.
Right.
Because a lot of insurance people, you go out there and buy that safe, and they look at it saying, okay, that's not up to specs. So you done cooked a bunch of weapons that safe is not covered. So you got to make sure the company the safe that you buy has that warranty and everything. Mm-hmm. They stand by whatever you had in there, because you're going out to Walmart, Academy, and you see this safe that's for $300 or $200, no, you got to make sure you get the right one certified.
Right. Hey, check this out, Big Fish Little Folks. Get
Yeah.
your FFL. That will exempt you from 90% of what's being proposed and what's already out there. Mm. And you can make some money.
There you go.
It's your FFL. Jay the Shooter, FFL Elite. He put it out there for a reason. You got other people, the FFLs, talk to them. Get your licenses. Type 1, Type 7. If you want to go hard in the paint, get Type 10, Type 11, get you some SOTs on top of that. That will exempt you from whoever's in office and whatever they propose. It won't matter because you are exempt when you got that license to deal and manufacture, for the most part.
Yeah.
That's part of that survival strategy. You got to look at ways to keep what you have safe.
And at the end of the day, it's about them dollars, baby.
Always.
It's about them dollars. If everybody were to get their FFLs right now, there's probably how many people in the chat right now?
I'm showing 1920.
20 people in the chat to include the three of us up here. That's 23 people. If you got your Type 07 FFL, that's $150 a piece. Let's do the math. 23 times 150 is roughly $3,500, right? Mm-hmm. Every 3 years, the ATF is getting. Factor in SOTs, Type 01s, Type 02s, Type 03s. SOTs are about 500 and up, right? Mm-hmm. Per SOT annually. 23. If you got the type 01 and type 02, it's roughly $1,500 if I'm not mistaken, or $1,000. Both say $1,000 just for now for both of them. $23,000 right there a year. ATF is gonna be smiling because they getting their bread, and you gonna be smiling because you're gonna be exempt from 90% of the stuff that's being passed out there. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to worry about waiting 8 months to get that NFA. You could wait 2 weeks turnaround as long as you trying to sell it. So when you get audited, you covered.
Yeah.
Got to play the game, man.
Yeah. We have to look at it as a long-term investment. You're investing in your future. So
and exactly. Look, we gotta be 3 steps ahead, man. This is not how Denzel saying training day. It ain't chess. It's chess, not checkers. You got to play chess out here. Everybody need to be getting their FFL straight up. Because then it won't matter who in office. Can I tell you right now, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. A lot of them FFLs aren't as 2A as you think. They about that bread.
Yeah.
About that. They're going to be your biggest adversaries if you try to repeal some of the policies because they'll lose money if some of these policies change. Trust and believe. So know how the game is played. It's the game, baby. Capitalism is a beast. Gotta know how to play this game.
True.
Gotta play this
That's
game.
so
man.
true.
Shoo. But I'm on something today. Yesterday I was feeling good.
It's all good, bro. That's what we want.
I got conversation, yo. Go ahead and cash app Gunner Hook or some of them ties.
Shout out to y'all.
Man, love y'all, man. I want everybody to win out here, man. Shout out to Jay. He's a huge asset to us all. Shout out to BP and MHP. Shout out to y'all. We are assets. Diesel up in here. The police up here.
Shout out to you, the Popo. What's good?
Hot stuff, man. Police here.
What's good? What's good, Diesel?
Your resource, every time you open your mouth, I'm learning something. I love learning. So,
man, look, I appreciate it. And vet me, please. I may make a mistake. I'm just based off the last stuff I read. If something changed or if I'm missing something and you see, fact check me. Please do that. I don't have an ego. You correct me, I'm corrected. I learn.
Yeah.
I learn, man. And I'm passionate. That's why I may come off like I'm yelling at y'all, but I'm not. It's passion, man. I want to see us win. I ain't never seen as many black people exposing themselves in the 2A like we are now.
Got to.
You don't want to be an island, man. You don't want to be an island out there by yourself.
Nah, man. It sucks for walking that gauntlet. I know y'all had to walk that gauntlet. Don't that suck being the only one at the gun show?
You're like, ain't nobody got your back. Ain't nobody, thinking like you do. It's like you start looking around. Wait, what?
Now
you feel like you can do anything, man.
Only thing your color is the guns.
That's it, man. So the fact that, seeing more of us out there, if we can get rid of that, man, I ain't got it, he got it, hating crap, and stop grifting and trying to sell each other out for $1. We get past that, man, we'll be a powerful team out here.
Don't limit ourselves. Make this thing grow. Keep it growing, man.
Keep it growing, man. We doing this joint. We overlap each other, so what? Support each other. Yeah. Support each other, man.
Yeah. Stronger infrastructure. You're stronger together.
Secret, y'all. Hit the like button even if you can't watch the show. Have it on anyway. That's algorithms. They don't care because they'll constantly. If you got it up, it constitutes as eyeballs.
Yeah.
So let's help each other out, man. I'm y'all know this game. I'm just reiterating what y'all already know.
But it's good to reiterate it because some of us don't, So keep saying it.
For those, that one person, you're right, BP. That's facts. There be one person that may not know that get it.
Yeah.
Right.
That algorithm is powerful. So get this in front of more eyes. That's why I go from program to program. Hey, click.
You got to. Yeah.
Put them all on. You got 5 people on. You can't watch all 5 once. Have them up. That's all you got to do is have them up.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. That is it, man.
You can catch it later, but have it up then and there so you can really get the live joint.
Hey,
Santee
in here.
Santee,
what's going on?
What is up?
Yeah.
So look, man, we Rodney, man, I ain't get that.
Rodney Brady's up in here,
brother. I ain't get that bottle yet. I may have to give you, if you follow me on Instagram, DM me real quick. I'll shoot you my address. I need that bottle, man. So I can be wilding out on one of these days and having a little bit of that in my bloodstream.
Yeah. That's all good.
I love
That's
y'all,
all
man.
good.
I love y'all.
Hey, that's the
Love
way
you
it be,
back,
man.
man.
Same here, bro.
Love you
That's the way
back,
we
man.
do it, man. That's the way we do it.
Man, where Carby Q at?
Carmen,
I don't know. I thought Carvin was coming back
in the
in.
place. Need her face in the place.
Oh snap! If you did, man, I gotta go to that place, man. I had to change that address. I'll go to them. They might have taken my stuff. I might be a little mad. They took my stuff. All right, man.
Let me see. He shoots a DM. Wow, man. This has been a good one, a great one, dog.
Brother, you ain't never lied, man. I know people probably thought, damn, Gunna Hookah everywhere. Gunna Hookah.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Gunna
Hey, that's
Hookah
what we
all over
gotta
the
be.
place.
We gotta be. We gotta be, man, because you can't do this on CBS.
Hell
You can't do this on HBO. We
No.
gotta make our own.
Hey,
That's what we gotta be. We gotta be.
I was trying to find a link for the book. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem. We'll put that up.
We do this on YouTube, man. We got to make sure we golden out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, it's wonderful, man. I'll tell you, I will never get tired of this.
Nope.
I will never get tired of this, man. Oh man,
brother Coy.
More and more people are joining. It's making me smile. Sometimes I'll be seeing everybody on here is my way of saying I told y'all so. How many doubters we had that look like us? What you doing with all that? What you need that for? Why you got that? Why you doing that?
Thank you.
No, they joined the bandwagon now. When you smile, you see a person that doubted you.
Yeah, there you go.
Thought you were crazy.
Thanks, Calvin. He said Amazon is selling the book you referenced.
Oh, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
good to know.
Get those resources, man.
Get everything.
Get them and use them. Don't just let them sit on the shelf, getting all dusty. Open that book, read them pages.
Read them pages.
Practically apply it and see what works for you. So
this is also a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That one.
Vegetation.
Yeah. You know, and that's thing. We could spend a whole day just talking about the medical industrial complex. I worked in healthcare directly for 20 years, and people talk about how America has the best healthcare system in the world.
Well, we
have the most. We spend the most money,
but
our outcomes are towards the bottom. Our, what we get, our results, what we get for our money, are piss poor, and a lot of that is just talking about curative medicine. So they get you well enough just to get you out of the hospital for a few weeks, and then get you back in to do that cycle. It's called dis-ease. Keep you in a constant state of disease.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it ICU.
Exactly. ICU and you and me all up in there. It's talking about preventative.
What the underlying thing is.
What's that?
Capitalism, baby. BP said it's about them dollars.
Making that money all the way around.
So capitalism. Everybody who loves capitalism, get the bag. Hate it when you own the business end of that capitalism, don't you?
Hi, Billy.
What's good, Red?
What's up? Oh, we got Steve here. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Billy, I'm gonna be hollering at you in January. You already know I'm getting one of them Sev 2 jams. I'm about to set it off in Nashville. I'm gonna holler at you about some good old Sarah Cole. Oh, Billy, question while you in there. I'm sorry. Do you do 308s? Is Sev 2 doing a 308 platform?
I thought I saw 7.62 out there.
Yeah, they're doing precision rifles.
Oh, you doing precision?
Yeah, that would be. They'd be doing yours.
Because I would try if he does a 308. I mean, like a AR-10. Because I got a beautiful barrel I would send to you if you do if you do an AR-10 platform, but it ain't 308.
Billy the Builder.
Yeah, Billy a beast, man.
Well, he is, man.
He is.
I'm not going to say what T Electric says, but every time I see him shoot those weapons, you know what happens? When T Electric likes a weapon, he says, "That makes my."
Yeah.
Ace. What up, Ace? What up, Ace from BK?
Let me put that in for that donation. Put that in.
So yeah, Billy, he's doing it, man.
Oh, Billy killed this game, man. Billy.
Yeah.
You do. Oh, Billy, my man. Yo, I'm gonna hit me up I'm gonna hit you up on a DM, man. If you could do this joint, I'm gonna holler at you in January. I got a barrel and a gas block. And that I want to send you and see if you could bless me more on the baddest Sev 2. out there and smoke everybody in Nashville. Yeah. we gonna holler.
Oh no, Carmen Q got she got something over there.
I seen her salve too. I seen it. I seen her. She thinks she fly because she got a salve too. That's all right.
I think she's working on the second one too. I think she's working on another one.
I think she got two.
Yeah, she got two. She got two salve two. She got salve twos. Plural.
I'm getting mine.
Yeah.
I'm getting mine. I'm trying to have the baddest salve too. I'm gonna be smelling myself in Nashville like it this bad boy, right? I'm be like, y'all got salve twos. That's cute. I like y'all salve too, but y'all ain't ready for the gun and hookah salve too.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
No, I do want to salve too though, man, because those two cats, man, I don't know if they realized it, but they changed this game.
It's beautiful. It's real good.
That's what it's about. Laying that foundation, show what could be done, man.
You know.
Low key.
You know. Carmen's is nasty. Carmen's, see, Billy know what when he put good work in. I know Billy be like, damn, I did a good.
I don't even want to give this away. Yeah.
I know he makes some nasty, but I want to give this one up. Maybe I'll make another one. Let me keep this one for myself.
And I'm not even with it, you know.
I think I know what Jay Smith was talking about, because on that website it only shows the short bars, not showing the standard size.
Right. Showing like the pistol barrel.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is why we got to get California. Everybody FFL'd up in Cali. Get them all FFL'd up. You can just sell them to each other. So if everybody was FFL'd up, boy, what? It says my gun gonna have a hookah on it, man. If I could put a hookah on my gun, oh man, that'd be crazy. That
would be nasty. You ever? Wait a minute. I thought you had an AK that was built like a hookah.
No, that's built like a hookah. I'm talking. I think shoot a functioning firearm with a hookah.
Okay. Okay.
That would be sick. A functioning hookah firearm, hookah. That would be crazy. Now I got some ideas though, and Billy is the artist to make it happen.
Yeah, he is.
So
he is.
You know, so I'm shout out to him, and you already know the love that I have for Jay. You already know that.
Well, we did another one.
Yeah,
it's been a good one.
Man,
this is on point.
Man, look at it, man.
Almost 2 hours.
Keisha Shenanigans will be next Saturday because we actually got I got actual YouTube page specifically for Keisha Shenanigans, me and my partner. Because I was using my platform for the time being, but it's ours, so I don't want to be like strictly just gun and hookah. So it's gonna be I'm gonna be TK over there. Right?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
TK is over there. Gun and hookah, it's still the same person, but it'll be more focused on everything. It just won't be about it'll be about mental health, it'll be about ownership. That last one we did, my boy said a mouthful. If you missed that one, it's actually on the gun and hookah page. He said a mouthful about ownership. I'm telling you, man, that brother's he wants to see us make it, man. So
and if you're trying to sell your house, he's willing to buy your house.
Yes.
And let you stay there. Go watch the live to understand it. But basically he said he will let you stay there until you're able to get whatever it is that you need to get, your money, whatever, to go ahead and do what you gotta do. But you know, problem solving is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man.
It's to say, oh, this is a problem. It's an amazing thing to find an answer to it, you know, or option where everybody is taking off of it, you know, or taking care of on it.
It's another way of building.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're right. 5 Flat FM, a buy-tuber. I like that buy-tuber.
Yeah, it was actually 2 people that were willing to buy. I forgot the other guy's name. The light-skinned bald head guy.
Chris, that's his brother.
Yeah, his brother. Okay.
That's his brother. Both my brothers, but they're actually siblings. Yeah, they're blood brother siblings. Yeah, I know all three. There's 3 of them. They all virtually look the damn same.
A lot of energy for one lady. One woman to deal with.
and that's just 2/3 of the energy.
Oh my God.
3/3.
Blessings.
Oh man, they're all military. The one that bald head light guy, he's an E9. He's currently in the Air Force. He's an E9. The one I taught my partner, Dre, he did Navy. He got out and became a contractor and all that stuff. And then the other brother, Jamal, he's retired Army E8.
Wow.
So he's currently making big money on the opposite side of the game now. So
Yeah.
he's really, I've known these dudes for 20 years. Just as long as I known them maybe a little bit longer than Jay, but not much. So I known them all about 2 decades, give or take. I met Chris a couple of years ago. I've seen him before, but I really met him, so I know him for a few years. But it's like we known each other for 20. So yeah, good people, man. That's one thing about this military stuff. We meet some good people, don't we?
That's the best thing. The people. It's always the people.
Yeah,
that's
always.
It's everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got 2A meeting more new good people.
There you go.
I never met Carbon Q. I don't know if y'all know this.
I was here on the flute.
Look at Hot Joe. I'm saying, shout out to contractors.
And definitely contractors, man. Contractors make all the bread down rain.
Yeah.
All that big money. Big money. Shoot. And hey, here's a joint. I bet y'all don't know this. I don't know if Carbon Q, I think I might have been the first one to do a live session with Carbon Q.
And I did not want to get on the camera. I was like,
get on. You see how the Carbon Q now wasn't the Carbon Q then. That shell quick because she was all camera shy. Oh wow. Man, I had to bring it up. Now look at it. How Carbon Q wings is wide open. You know what I'm saying? She's running up, man, behind the scenes. You may not see in front of the camera. See her, man, showing that survival, having stuff that people would have never thought of, master because of Carbon Q and Zach.
Once again, y'all.
Gotta work it, man.
Once again, I want to say this. Thank you, Guns and the Hookah, Carbon Q, Black Poindexter, everybody out there in the chat verse.
Always.
Thank you all. We got to keep this going.
Yeah. So with the careers, the conversation is different. Definitely different. Learn something from all of you.
Yeah. Said Carbon Q. Why was shy?
I'm naturally a very shy person, very introverted. But then there's a flip side. Like to me, if you push that button, that's where it is.
Push the button, y'all.
We see the button.
Everything goes out the window, and it depends on the situation. Depends on the situation, but more so, I'm just naturally a nurturer, so I fall back, and I usually gravitate to where nurturing skills are needed. It's definitely not a skill I asked for because sometimes it is a lot. Right. But that's what I was gifted with, and I intend to nurture as many people as I can, the best way I can, whatever way I can, and that's what I do. But naturally, absolutely shy, That's what it is.
Right. It was funny though. We all like, hey, I don't know how I went through something. And I was like, man, let's do it. Let's do a live. I like talking with the ladies live because I want to bring them out to the forefront more. You know what I'm saying? Because we obviously do. We gonna do what we do, right? But we need more representation of the ladies because we know they are beasts.
It's a nurturing, holistic energy. It's a different energy.
So we needed that.
Thank you.
We needed that out there. So I brought it. I like bringing that fire. Every time I see a woman come out there and show her shit, I'm like, listen, let's get it.
Fun to see wives getting into the mix now. I've noticed a lot of other halves are getting
shooters out there.
Lady love, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's beautiful to share in an activity that you both are enjoying.
This is Red Phoenix. Everybody come out. Yeah, get that energy out there.
Miss Shooter. I think just today, $2 showed off Miss $2.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
Okay. We're gonna get Miss Lady Love, Miss MHP at the event, right?
Yeah.
Wait to meet her. So many of us. There's a lot of women doing beautiful things in this community.
Facts.
Yeah.
World, what's up, man?
The men,
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Doing it, man.
Man. Well, after that said, we're out of here, y'all.
All right,
I
guys.
enjoyed y'all all.
Peace, fam.
Everybody,
Thanks for coming
peace.
through, everybody. Bye.
Peace.
All right. Peace out.
All right, man. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace. All right, y'all have a good one, man.